to all the hamsters who love finance. Great to see you again. How can young people get rich these days? Winning the lottery is one way. Unlikely, but possible, right? Another way, inheriting wealth. But we're not just going to sit around waiting for some distant relative to pass on, are we? Let's think bigger. In my view, the surest way to wealth is through work, but not just clocking in 8 hours a day. I'm talking about learning and growing financially. That's why today I've picked out a video for you, where successful people share tips and habits that will help you reach your goals. Let's finally find out which skills are valued in the world of the wealthy.
What do you tell a young person today if they want to make money?
The first is focus. Find something you're good at. People say to follow your passion. I think that's bullshit. Anyone who tells you to follow your passion is already rich. And forgive yourself if it doesn't involve college, because 2/3 of kids don't end up in college. Second thing is, I call it stoicism, but the one thing that's in your control is spending. If you're young, you got to figure out that savings muscle. And it's getting reward from other things, getting reward from fitness, from friends. The nice thing about being young is you don't need as much money to have fun. Third is time. For the majority of our time on this planet, we haven't lived past 35, so young people just cannot imagine they're going to live to be 100. And then the final thing where I really screwed up was the power of diversification. The way you get rich is probably through a little bit of concentration, but the way you stay somewhat rich is through diversification. And you don't need to be a billionaire. Just start saving some money. I can get you rich. That's the good news. The bad news is the answer is slowly.
Wow, he really laid it all out. I wish someone had told me this in my early years. Back then, if I had a lot of nuts, I'd just eat them all, but it turns out I should have been saving them. Young people are lucky these days because they can learn just by watching videos while lounging on the couch, especially those subscribed to this channel, as I always try to pick only the most valuable videos for you. Remember, friends, real wealth almost never falls from the sky overnight. Achieving it requires patience and an understanding that these processes take time. Don't miss our new episodes and become financially wise with us. See you in the next episode, and remember, hamsters are power. One for all and all for one. Bye. Hello, dear crypto friends. We all want to have lots of money. But have you ever wondered why we crave it so much? Does everyone have a project they want to bring to life? Or do we just want money for the sake of having money? Don't worry, I'm not a psychologist, but I've selected a couple of videos on this topic to make us think and help us move to a more productive level in our lives. Ready? Let's go!
I had dinner with a friend of mine who's a multi-billionaire, and he was just like, Alex, he's like, I just need more money. But like, he was not joking. It was so deep. Like, he was like, I just need more money. I just don't have enough money. The problem is that most poor people, they know other poor people, and so they're not that poor relative to the people they know. Whereas like, no one's more motivated to make money than somebody who is born rich and doesn't have money, and then all their friends make more. Like, that guy will do anything to make money because the deprivation is so high. The physiological deprivation, we all understand. Hunger, sleep, sex, whatever. These are the human needs. You're deprived of shelter, you really want to get shelter, right? They're really easy to understand, whereas money is an abstract concept. And so it's the perception of money that you have to create the deprivation around in order to motivate someone to buy something to solve their money problem.
Wow, it feels like he dug into my subconscious. I agree, money is a very relative thing. Even among my hamster friends, some would blow a large sum on cheese they can't even finish, while others would invest wisely. Share your thoughts in the comments, and I just hope that everyone watching this video has enough money to live well. Now let's ask ourselves, how do we spend wisely to save money? Check out the next video, which shows that the principles of budgeting haven't changed over the years. It's the same old techniques.
We're going to talk to a financial expert. His name is Dave Ramsey. What's the number one question that you get on the air concerning financial problems? What do they want to know?
Concerning financial problems, how to get out of debt. How do I get out of debt? And I would say the second thing is communication with spouses. It's the stuff Grandma talked about. So save money, live on less than you make. Two concepts Congress can't grasp. And then we talk about getting out of debt. The borrower is servant to the lender. And so lay down a plan, have a budget. Spend every dollar on paper before the month begins, because it's more behavior than it is math. Don't spend money you don't have. Well, understand, when half your net worth is tied up in something that loses 60% of its value in 4 years, you're not going to get ahead. What solves it is getting mad at it. Some healthy, righteous anger and saying, hey, that's it. I'm drawing a line in the sand. I'm going to be weird. I'm going to get this stuff paid off.
Oh my gosh, I have no words.
That's what I call timeless wisdom. I agree with everything. Spend wisely and plan your budget, friends. It will greatly help you live better. Even if you're not ready to invest yet, the money you save will benefit you in the future. To keep becoming more financially savvy, don't miss our episodes. Take care, catch you in the next one, and remember, hamsters are power, one for all and all for one.